welcome to Down to Earth. I'm Daphne Richards. Our question this week is from one of our viewers, Liz, and she has a young Possumhaw holly that didn't produce any berries last year and lost all its leaves over the winter. Well, there's some very good news. Possumhaw hollies are deciduous, so it did naturally lose its leaves, and that's not a bad thing. That was a natural phenomenon. It may have been slow to put on its new leaves this year because of our cold winter that we had. And its lack of berries is most likely because it's young. But Possumhaw is a dioecious plant, meaning that there are male and female plants separate. So Liz also asked, does she need a male plant to pollinate her female plant? Well, yes and no. Of course, a male plant would be required to pollinate your female plant and have berries, but there's most likely enough male plants out in your neighborhood and even farther beyond to pollinate your plant. So you don't need to plant a male plant especially. You do need to give this plant some time, and you will have berries for all the birds in the neighborhood. Our plant this week is Mexican evening primrose, Enothera speciosa. This is one of our beautiful native wildflowers that has delicate pink flowers, and they start out kind of white and then they turn to pink. It's a perennial, which means it dies back to the ground in winter. It's normally only about 8 to 12 inches tall and 15 inches wide in the landscape, but it does get much wider if given plenty of space. It spreads easily, so it makes a great ground cover, especially for large natural areas. As its name suggests, the flowers open in the evening. And again, they start out mostly white, turning pink as they age. They also have a soft, yellow, powdery, pollen-covered center because of their pistils, giving them another common name, buttercups. They're easily established from seed and planted in late summer or early fall, as are most of our wildflowers. It's very happy in the hottest, least cared for part of your landscape. It does great in rocky, shallow soils with no supplemental irrigation, so don't water these plants too much once you establish them. They don't respond well to that and can have root rot. It also does well in natural, meadowy plantings with other wildflowers, and it's best planted in full sun and well-drained soil. It does spread underground during the winter, and so it pops up all over the place the following spring in your yard. To do this week in your garden, it's time to begin regular lawn maintenance. You may have already had to mow several times, and now you should begin mowing regularly. But don't scalp it. Mow regularly, 3 to 4, 5 days, depending on how fast it's growing. You don't need to let it grow too tall and then scalp it back. That's not good for it. If it is completely green at this point, you may go ahead and fertilize if you wish, or you can wait and fertilize it once in the fall. There's no need to over-fertilize your grass. It encourages faster growth, so you'll have to mow more and water more. Do watch the rainfall patterns. It is time to start irrigating, but don't overwater or water too sporadically. You do need to water at least an inch a week if you are watering your grass to keep it healthy, but don't overwater it because grasses really don't take as much water as we give them. We'd love to hear from you, so please visit klru.org/ctg to send us your question or a plant of the week from your garden.